Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nayaswami Padma, and today is Wednesday, October 21st, and I'm broadcasting live from Ananda on Camino Island to bring you Whispers from Eternity, Yogananda's prayer demands. We've been doing these every weekday at 12 o'clock, and my husband Riemann and I are alternating. Today is Whispers number 154. We're going in order. This one is amazing. Keep me away from evil. Bless me that I hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, dream no evil, think no evil, and feel no evil. Amen. It's interesting. Every time it's my turn to read these Whispers from Eternity prayer demands, I say this one is so important. This one is really central to our lives, spiritual lives, on and on and on. Well, it's still the same today. He puts it so simply for us. If we can avoid those things in our lives that we see, I know lately for myself, I've been avoiding a lot of news because we're in a particularly strange time when there is less than civility coming from in my view, the current leadership of this nation. But in any case, I've been avoiding the news because it's so full of trauma, so full of negativity, so full of distortions. You know, when Yogananda was alive, and it's his writings in these prayer demands and his teachings that I am following. When he was alive, he actually wrote an article on yellow journalism. Not all journalism is yellow journalism. And in fact, journalism is very important in our nation because it is designed to keep things transparent and to keep things as honest and true as we can. But more than any other time that I know of, we're needing to learn how to discern. And the discernment ultimately is not about whether this article is true and that article isn't. It's about learning to discern that which uplifts us, makes us feel closer to God, and that which takes us away from our center and has us feel discouraged or upset or restless in any form whatsoever. And, you know, going beyond journalism for a moment, even yellow journalism, and my reason for making that point is that Yogananda came to this country. He was a young Indian man, only 27 years old, but dark skinned in 1920. And he received many accolades. He met many great people. He filled every huge hall across this nation in the big cities at that time that he lived and spoke. And yet, in a number of ways, in many ways, He was discriminated against because of the color of his skin, because of what he taught, which to many felt anti-Christian. There's a definite wave of consciousness that is not in favor of meditation or yoga. And so he was a very controversial person, even during the time when he was receiving many accolades and appreciated and honored by many wise people in our nation when he lived. And so even then, he was talking about yellow journalism, about the distortions that only, add to controversy and confusion in people's minds. And so I'm picking on this topic, but the reading today, the prayer demand, is not just about politics. It's about anything in our lives that we see, about commercials on television that try to make people buy everything you can imagine, or, holds materialism on a pedestal. I'm looking for words because it's such an interesting and confusing concept. They have subliminal ways of getting people to buy all kinds of things, and these days also leading towards other desires, and on and on and on it goes. Once you go down that track, it's an endless road. And as we come into the age of technology and sound bites and things moving very, very quickly, this is the age of energy, Dwapara Yuga, that we're in right now, the second age of ascendance. Thankfully, we're in an ascendant age. But we have to choose, we have to discern, and we have to pray as this prayer demand, encourages us to, for the divine to keep us away from all things evil. And what is evil? Evil is anything that takes us away from God remembrance. It's that simple. If we just think about it, it's simple, but it's very powerful. Because once we start moving our lives in a more conscious, divine direction, we have choices. We have choices where we, at least as adults, we have choices. And sometimes they're very difficult to make. But you see people born in the most difficult, challenging circumstances, and they make the right choices in their lives. Right, not because they become wealthy or they become accepted in some way, but right because it gives them dignity, it gives them integrity. They choose their friends consciously. They choose their environments consciously. So let us move forward in that way, knowing that we have choices, and praying to God, to Guru, to the divine, to whoever you pray to. We all pray that we are kept from those things that take us away from our divine remembrance, and moving in concert with the divine consciousness. Joy to you And we'll see you again tomorrow for Yogananda's Whispers from Eternity.